What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to talk about AMC, GME, as well as the overall broader market. And after that, we're going to check the option flow for all three of them. So today, AMC was up for 15.19% for the day. It had a high of $14.69. The average volume on AMC is around 40.73 million, but today's volume was around 62.67 million. So the investors just rushed into AMC as well as GME after we had some sort of a good news coming out from GME in the aftermarket yesterday. 4:1 stock split, which sent GME to the upside, which is usually followed by AMC as well. If AMC is going up, GME is going to go up as well. If GME is going up, AMC is going to follow along with it. So that's what happened today. But the main reason was the overall broader market. There was quite a bit of relief rally that was coming in today in this SPY, which is the overall market index, which sent both AMC and GME to the moon. Now in the aftermarket, we are down quite a bit, 2.90%, and for the GameStop, we are down 4.90%. It's still nothing to be worried about. I think these gains can be recovered pretty well tomorrow morning. Now, when we have a look at the GameStop, it was up for 15.06% for the day. It had a high of $135.50. The average volume on GameStop is around 3.33 million, but today's volume was around 7.56 million. It was almost over the double volume that came in today in the GameStop, just on the news that there will be a 4:1 stock split. Now, what happened in the aftermarket? Why we are down so much in the aftermarket? Just on the reason that there was a news that came out that they have let go the CFO of the company, which sent the stock down a little bit, and they are expecting some layoff to be happening in the company as well. That's what created a slight bit of fear in the market, and we are down a slight bit, which I personally think there is nothing to be worried about, because in the morning, if we have a pretty good day in the SPY as well, we are definitely going up from here onwards. Now let's come over to the SPY. Now SPY was up for 1.50% for the day. It had a high of $389.83, which was a pretty good sign for the overall broader market to have some sort of a relief rally from here for a couple of days or maybe for a week. Now we have to wait for the CPI number that's going to be released next week, which might turn to be the downside for the SPY from here onwards. Now I have been looking at the options flow, which was a pretty much clear indication coming to the upside. Everybody was betting to the upside on the SPY because we have been having a lot of downtrend coming into the SPY. A lot of individuals and institutional money were buying puts option on SPY, and they were betting that the SPY is going to go down. But suddenly in the last couple of days, the option flow changed completely and everybody is betting towards the upside. Now let's come over to the options flow for the AMC. Now I've increased the premium to max and see what exactly the whales are doing. Now these two whale came in and they were buying quite a bit of contract and betting that the AMC is going to go up from here onwards. Now this individual was buying 1,935 contract and he's paying $296,000 for it, and he's buying a $15 call option that's going to expire in 21 days. That's a very short expiration, but I also personally believe we might have some sort of aggressive momentum coming into AMC as well as GME from tomorrow onwards. Now when I bring down the premium a little bit and see what exactly the mini whales are doing, now majority of them are on to the upside. Now they are buying quite a bit of call options over here, and they are all betting that the AMC is going to go up from here onwards, though there was nothing majorly suspicious that came out of the options flow. Now this was the only call option that I would say was a slight bit suspicious. Now this individual is buying 1,935 contracts and it's a $15 call option and it's a very short expiration, and he's betting that the AMC is going to go up from here onwards. Now let's come over to the options for the GameStop. Now I've increased the premium to max and see what exactly the whales are doing. Now majority of the whales are still onto the downside. Now there was this only one trade that came in, which was $150 put option that's going to expire in 7 days, and this individual is buying 405 contract and he's paying $857,000 for it. He was very confident that the GameStop is going to go down in the aftermarket. But what I personally believe, the kind of momentum that we have seen in the past in the GameStop as well, even on an earning miss, still the stock shot up next day in the morning. So this kind of a trade are very risky, but this individual definitely had some sort of confirmation on him that the GameStop is going to go down from tomorrow onwards. But we just have to wait and see how this is going to play out, though the volume is pretty good in GameStop. Now when I bring down the premium a little bit and see what exactly the mini whales are doing, now these $100 put option that came almost at the market close were pretty confident that the GameStop is going to go down from here onwards. Now these individuals are buying a very short expiration, which is just 14 days, and they're buying a $100 put option, which could be a slight bit suspicious. but majority of them were on to the upside, and they are betting a huge amount of money that the GameStop is going to go up from here onwards. Now, I personally know that we have seen this kind of a price action in the aftermarket many times before, but the next following day, the price action shot up because there was a huge amount of momentum that came into the GameStop. The volume just went up almost over double. We have seen this thing in the past, and this is the same scenario can be played out in the GameStop tomorrow morning as well. But we just have to wait and see how this is going to play out. Now let's come over to the options flow for the SPY. Now I've increased the premium to max and see what exactly the whales are doing. Now this whale was buying 161 days expiration, 10,000 contract, and he's paying $10.5 million for it. And he's betting that the SPY is going to go to $420. Now I personally believe it can happen. We have a pretty major gaps that we have in the SPY, which is almost around $400. Now this individual is betting somewhere the SPY might go up to this $420 range, which is most likely possible. Now, I personally believe this is not the bottom. We are going to go down significantly, but most likely the market maker would love to cover these gaps up because it might take years before we come back to these levels. Now, next week and the following week are going to be big because the CPI number is going to release, and the following week we're going to have the Fed again increasing the interest rate, and after that we're going to get the GDP number at the end of July, which is going to indicate if we are in a recession officially or not. So we might get some sort of a rally to the upside, and then we might get a big dump coming into the SPY. Now, when I bring down the premium a little bit and see what exactly the mini whales are doing, majority of them are onto the upside. The kind of call option buying that is happening in the SPY is just extraordinary. You know, these individuals are buying 420, 450. One of them was buying $440 call option, and they are betting that the SPY will keep going up from here onwards. Now, realistically speaking, I think 420 mark is achievable. We have some gap till $400. Now we just have to wait and see how this is going to play out, but I'm pretty confident that we are having some sort of a upward momentum coming into this pie from here onwards. Now when I bring down the premium a little bit more further and see what exactly the mini whales are doing, again majority of them are onto the upside. Now this kind of a option flow we haven't seen in a while. There a lot of individuals are betting to the upside for this pie. Now we have quite a bit of gap in this pie which might be covered in this short-lived rally. Now we just have to wait and see and wait for any signals that is coming out of the chart of this pie. So thanks for watching my video. Please like and subscribe my channel, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Cheers.